Welcome everybody to Rockers Unplugged, episode 12 now. Glad to have everybody here, and yeah, I'm back for another episode, and we'll recap all of the games that happened this past weekend, and we'll talk about them. Someone in chat says hi. Hi, how are you doing? I'm glad you're in here. And yeah, we'll talk about the games going on this coming week, as well as recap the games that happened this past week. So we had a lot of exciting games going on. I don't know if anybody got a chance to watch them. They were streaming on YouTube. But we had some pretty exciting games going on. So the first game I want to talk about is the Utah Great Eights and the Cincinnati Slingers. The Slingers defeated the Utah Great Eights 47-35, and so they got the dub on that one. And they're looking pretty good in the standings right now, right there along with the Pennsylvania Benjamins. I'm trying to find the standings right now so we can so I can recap those for you. I don't have those standings memorized just right offhand. So hopefully we can get the standings put on screen. There we go. So the Benjamins are 3-1. They lead the North American Conference. Slingers are 2-1. Like I said, they just barely defeated the Utah Great Eights. The Arizona Juggernauts are also 2-1. So they're trying to fight for that second playoff spot with the Slingers. The Great Eights are 1-2, and then the Rockers, unfortunately, are bringing up the rear with 0-2 record. The Rockers, of course, next week will travel to the Maverick Center to take on the Utah Great Eights. That's going to be a difficult game because the Great Eights are, they're gunning for that second playoff spot. They're 2-1. Every game matters, so they're trying to get that second playoff spot. And so it's definitely going to be a tough game. I think that Arvell Nelson needs to have a near perfect game to be able to beat the Utah Great Eights. And of course, Tyjon Lindsey, if we can get the ball to him, he's a playmaker. And so I think that getting the ball to him should be priority, number one with the Rockers. He makes all sorts of great plays. He's one of the best receivers in the league. And so if Arvell Nelson can get the ball to Tyjon Lindsey, I think that we have a shot at upsetting the Utah Great Eights. So the second game we're going to talk about is the Arizona Juggernauts, and they hosted the Reading, the Pennsylvania Benjamins, and they won 19-10. That is the Benjamins' first loss of the season. They came into this game 3-0. Like I said, the Arizona Juggernauts, they're a great team too, with Coach OTB, and they have some playmakers on their team, and they won 19-10. So as of right now, let me look at the standings again to see where the Juggernauts are 2-1 as well. And so, there's that there's everyone who's competing for that second playoff spot. And so the Arizona Juggernauts getting a win really, really helped them out. So the Benjamins, they're the clear favorite as of right now. I think we can all agree on that. But they did get upset, and so that just shows that anyone can lose on any given day. Like the old saying goes, any team can lose at any game. You never know. And so the same can happen in the playoffs. We're doing double elimination. So there's a little bit more of a if you lose, you're not out. But at the same time, all it takes is 2 losses and you're done. So you never really know. Nick Durst says, I'll miss the Rockers and Utah Great Eights game. I hope you make it to the Maverick Center. I'm definitely going to try for sure. We'll see. Like I said, I have a 9-to-5 job, so it's kind of hard to, pull away from that all the time. But I will definitely try. Dusseldorf Warriors for life. Yes, Cedric, they're looking good too. And so let's go. Let's go over the next week's schedule. I had it brought up on Instagram, but Instagram just refreshed on me, so I have to find it again. All right, so coming up here, week 4, or no, sorry, it's week 5. On Saturday, May 16th, we have the Cincinnati Slingers, and they're traveling to Mullet Arena to take on the Arizona Juggernauts. And like I said, Arizona Juggernauts are coming off a big win against the Pennsylvania Benjamins. They're feeling pretty good, but the Cincinnati Slingers, they're also coming off a win against the Utah Grade 8. So both teams have momentum. And so it should be a good matchup. Should be a good matchup there in Mullet Arena in Tempe, Arizona. And then, of course, we have our Las Vegas Rockers taking on the Utah Grade 8s on the road. That's in Maverick Center in West Valley City, up there in Salt Lake. And so that's going to be a great game too. And the Rockers are still looking for their first win. We're still trying to get our first win, and so so we're still trying to get that win. So we have a few highlights to play. So let's play the highlights of the Utah Grade 8s and the Utah Grade 8s game and the Cincinnati Slingers game. So as you can see, some big time action going on there, and that was an exciting game too. Pretty high scoring, 47-35 in favor of the Cincinnati Slingers. So big time action there. And let's play the highlight of the other game as well. Yeah, so some really good action going on there. Some exciting games, and I'm also looking forward to the next week of games too. Like I said, we have the Rockers traveling to West Valley City, taking on Utah Grade 8, Arizona Juggernauts, hosting the Cincinnati Slingers. Some good action there, and props to our video guys too. They work so hard, and they always get the best angles and the best shots. So props to them. So I know this is a little bit of a shorter episode, but I'm going to sign off. We had just a few games to talk about this time around, so looking forward to it next week. Las Vegas Rockers will be traveling to Utah Grade 8, so everyone be sure to tune into that. With that being said, thank you guys, and thanks everyone for watching. Peace out.